and she's been having issues in her marriage. Her husband stopped her from working, everything, seized everything from her. Sometimes decide when to give them money for food and when not to give them money for food. Batters her, talks to her anyhow. The abuse is just everywhere. And now she's asking, she has children, of course, and she's asking, should she remain in that relationship or what should she do? Please, what do you have to say about this?
Abuse has always been in our society, and several people have endured to the point of death. Several married people have been enduring because of what people will say, what will happen to my children, and because of that, they just stay there until something terrible happens to them. Because it comes in different levels, it comes from different angles. What is abuse in the first place? Because some people think it's only when your husband hits you that is an abuse, or when somebody insults you that is an abuse. No, there are several types of abuse. There are verbal abuse, where the husband insults his wife, or the wife is constantly insulting the husband and saying things like, you can never make it, you are a stupid man, you are a useless man, you are a wicked man. When you say any hurtful words to your spouse, it brings them down. It makes them discouraged. And several times we hear things like that. We're like, why were these people, were they not in love? Didn't they go through courtship and know themselves, know what makes them tick, makes them happy? Because these are the processes before you actually get married. Some people already are in relationship before they decided to get married. So definitely you will have seen some traits, but many people are blind to it, or they decide to close their eyes. And the other time also, I said some people marry because of pressure from family, from society, and the pressure they even give to themselves. Maybe their friends have been getting married. Maybe some ladies around them, all their girls' friends are getting married. And like, oh, okay, let me also get married fast. Whether this guy is good or not, let me just get married. Sometimes the guys also, because of their parents, I want to carry my grandchildren, they rush and just marry any girl. Some people, because of pregnancy, they rush into marriage. Oh, I don't want my stomach to quickly come out or show. Let me quickly get married to this guy so that people will not insult me, my parents, and all things like that. So people's foundation determines what you get out of your life or out of your relationship or marriage. So these are the things sometimes that triggers abuse. And like we have said, abuse can come from any angle. It's unfortunate that this person is insulting her, beating her, and depriving her of money, food. And he knows that maybe she's not doing something, maybe she's dependent on him.
It stopped her from working and having businesses.
You see, sometimes it's from the foundation. You know the kind of person that wants to marry you. He might be the one that say, oh, after we get married, you will stop working. What are his reasons? Some people will not talk.
But Nicola, I want to come in here.
Okay.
Now, there are people, and that you don't see these things when you're about to get married. They are fine with you. They are nice with you. They are not even stopping you from. In fact, and they drive you to your office. That's how good they are. They would encourage you until you get into that thing. So what do you have to do about these kind of people? Some people are lucky; they get to see some traits, but some other people don't even get that kind of luck.
I'm coming to that angle.
Okay.
The thing is, apart from the foundation, either they would misunderstood some things or miss some things the man or the lady is saying before they go married. Some people, after marriage, their behavior changes. Sometimes, like I've said several times on this program, that some ladies pretend during courtship. Some men also pretend. Maybe the man, for example, has been noticing some things about his wife. he'll be in his mind that, don't worry, very soon, once we get married, I'll stop her because she's being proud because of her income. Or she's relating to some guys or some ladies in the office or something. Several things can happen, and some men will keep it in their mind for long. And the same thing with ladies. So when they get married, they'll say, okay, don't worry, let's just be observing them. And before you know it, if something would trigger that thing and say, hey, I've said it before that I'm going to stop my wife from working. That could be a behavior, okay, that made the man change his thinking or allowing her to work. Then it could also be because of inferiority complex. Because some men feel that, oh, because my wife is working and is getting promotion or earns more than me, she will become proud. She will, her head will be lifted high. Her family members will now regard her more than me. And because of that, some men will now say the best thing is for me to stop her before she gets more promotion. After all, I'm the man. I have the final say in my home. It's unfortunate, but it happens a lot, even among Christians, even among unbelievers. So it's something that one has to just apply wisdom to, because I've heard where some men will say things like, I don't want her to work. I will take care of her. I'll take care of the children. But when it happens, it's not always true. Because once they use either sweet mouth or pressure to make their wife quit, sometimes it's even before marriage, they will be saying it and they'll be telling the lady, very soon you will stop, or because of the children, I want you to take care of them. Don't worry, I'll take care of you. I'll pay the bills, I'll do this. And it's a lie. When you stop, you don't have source of income. And usually the average Nigerians don't have enough savings. Yes, sometimes we might have 50,000. We think that's savings. Some people might have 20. Some people might have 10. Some don't even have anything. Even if you have 500,000 and you're happy that, yes, I have savings. When some situations begin to happen to you and you don't have money to keep adding to that savings, that 50,000 or 500,000 can finish within a day, a week, a month, or even in 3 months.
I want to come in here, but there are a lot of career women that have been abused in their marriages also.
Yes.
So I don't think it's not only tied to those who are not working. And so I want you to still talk about that also.
Okay. Some career women go through a lot.
Yes.
Because if she says anything, the husband might feel, oh, it's because she earns money. Maybe she wants to cook a particular food. And hey, I know it's because you have the money. That's why you're cooking this type of food for us. Maybe she wears a particular cloth. You say, hey, see how you are dressed now. Is it because you earn more than me? Age is an issue. Money is also an issue. Sex, children, so many things. So if a man has low self-esteem, there is almost nothing his wife can do that will not bring an issue in the marriage. So the first thing is help the man solve his self-esteem issue. I know a lot of people will say, don't be proud because you earn more or you even work at all. Learn not to be proud to your husband. Learn to be submissive. It's good, but some men, it's their low self-esteem that is the issue. So even
all right, sorry, let me take you back a little.
Okay.
You talked about pretense during courtship. We have some men that like beating their ladies. What if such men decide to show their true colors instead of hiding it till marriage? And we also have some ladies that pretend a lot. For instance, I'm a career lady now, a career woman.
Okay.
I earn 20,000. And because I'm desperate, I want to get married to this guy that earns 5,000 naira. I don't want him to feel bad. Then I decided to tell him that my salary is 3,000 naira, all because I want to get married. This is pretense, right?
Yeah.
Now
and
in
lies.
the marriage, they are all lies. Now in the marriage, the true colors are coming out. The man starts beating me, or I start misbehaving in marriage. What do you think these people should do during courtship so that they will not be faced with these issues of fighting or abuse or this, that? What do you think should be done?
If they are saying courtship, the best thing is just say the truth. If you see traits of abuse, run for your life, sister. Run for your life, brothers. Because whatever you do in courtship is likely to be more amplified during your marriage. If the man is already saying, I will slap you, I will break your head, are you mad? Things like that are signs. Even if he laughs after saying it, it does not mean he will leave you like that. Something like that will come up again. And this time, because he knows you don't have anywhere to run to. After saying, I will slap you in marriage, before you even finish saying, I will slap you, I slapped you. So if you are still single and you are hearing statements like that, or you are hearing insults, you are stupid, you don't even know anything said. I thought you are even smart. I thought you are even beautiful. What's all this nonsense? Or who are you? And sometimes these statements are not even to the ladies directly. You might hear him making a call, or maybe he's driving within the street on the road and he's insulting somebody else. And you think that, yes, because that driver was wrong, that's why he's saying, I'll go break your head. Do you know who I am? Directly or indirectly, sometimes we hear these statements, but we just push it as, not be me they talk to. And it's another person because of that person made him angry. Not knowing that you as the lady, once you get married, one way or the other, you will annoy him. You will annoy her. So if you started hearing statements like that, the best thing is to avoid it. I know of very few people that they see it as a way of love when their husband or their boyfriend beats them. But that is stupidity and mental health issue. That is another subject for another day. But if you are normal in your senses, the man slaps you one time, he tells you he will break your head, he says he will throw you out or he will end the relationship. My sister, please leave. Because if he threatens to end the relationship for something small, he might destroy the marriage later on. He can divorce you, can kick you out when you least expect. He can break your head in the marriage. And before you know, when you report to some police people, they'll tell you domestic distance, and you people should, it's husband and wife matter, go and settle it. They will push that woman back to the same person that wants to kill her. So it's the foundational thing that we all need to pay attention to. Some people now, because of what has been happening, you see parents abusing children, children abusing parents. You see spouse injuring each other, sometimes even leading to death or cutting parts of their sexual organs off. When we have started hearing this over and over, thanks to social media and technology, people are taking more advice. And because when they hear things like that, when something similar is about to happen to them, they jump out and run out for their life. We don't preach divorce, but if there is a need, I will tell you, instead of you to die and become, your children become fatherless or motherless, go aside for a while, seek counseling. Prayer alone in a house that is already on fire is not the best solution. If you see that your husband is already telling you, I will kill you, maybe you missed it before, or maybe because he wasn't so angry throughout the time of courtship, love has covered his eyes, love has covered her eyes during courtship, and he never said it to you directly. Maybe he said it to people, or we missed any of those times. Now that he's in the marriage, if he says, I'm going to divorce you, don't just sit down there. If he says, I'm going to remove your eye or blind you, I'm going to break your head, I'm going to kill you, don't sit down there and say, my pastor said I should be praying. My imam said it's not good to leave the house. And where will I go? If I go out and they'll say I'm a prostitute. My sister, it's better you leave. If your mother is not in the same state with you, look for a sister you can stay with. Look for a neighbor you can stay with till daybreak. Look for somebody you can quickly call. And you can beg them and say, please, can I just stay in your sitting room for the night? Or can I just stay in social place without even letting your husband know? Because sometimes when we run out to such places, some people say, waiting happen, okay, let's go and talk to him when somebody is angry. So we need to apply wisdom. If we ever get married to an abusive spouse, or a spouse that was totally good, but due to one thing or the other became abusive, the best thing is to avoid them when they are very angry, because an angry man is a wicked person.
All right, let's try to profess some help to some set of people. Now there is this set of people that they know what is happening is bad, to them in that relationship. They are not finding it funny, but for some reasons they don't like the way they are being abused. But for some reasons they have refused to leave. You beg them, you do everything. Leave this relationship. Like, no, he's a good man. No, we've seen many cases, especially with our gender. Thank God that you are a lady like us. We've seen why are they always like this? And how can we help such people?
Some people, like I think I've said it today, that some ladies are in a toxic relationship because of what will people say, because of their children, because of the security, sort of, in quotes, security, because somebody is already beating you and you're still thinking it's still better for me to stay with this person than to actually go outside. Some people also, some ladies don't know what they want. They also have low self-esteem. And because of that, they feel that, oh, he will change. I know him when he was in his senses. I know what to say or what to do. Gradually, he will change. We are not the Holy Spirit, as I often say. We are not the ones to change this person. If it's a husband that is battering his wife, he needs to be called to order. That's why in my counseling session, I will always say, marry somebody you can call to order. Marry somebody you can respect. Marry somebody you can submit to. If your husband suddenly starts beating you, there should be somebody, either in his office, in his circle of friends, maybe his mentors or spiritual leaders, that can call him to order. If not, he might just feel that after all, I'm the man of the house, I'm the head, I can do whatever I want. It's my wife. She provoked me, that's why I slapped her. And some men like that will not apologize. And they will not see it as a bad thing, because men can do anything they want in their marriage. They can sleep out, they can cheat and come back. When there is no food that you did not provide for, you will still beat the woman again. Or you beat her because of sex, and you will still want her to be there. I've heard situations where some men beat their wife while they are pregnant.
And they'll still get pregnant again, no?
Yes.
They'll still get pregnant
again. The ones that even get pregnant faster.
Yes. Because once the man says, I'm sorry, they will foolishly accept and forget and forgive. And then they will open their legs all over again, thinking that, oh, a child will bring us closer. And when he starts seeing a new baby or whatever, he will forget and he will take care of us. He will soon change. Let's be doing prayer and fasting. He will soon change without calling him to order. Like, I will tell you people as often as possible that when a person starts doing something and you are continually telling this man or woman, this thing is wrong, after a while, it becomes as if it's nagging. So at this point, it's good that a neutral person steps in somebody either with a higher knowledge, higher profession, or somebody more knowledgeable and has authority to correct the wife or correct the husband. So if there is someone like that, the best thing is to call that man or that woman and say, see, oh, my husband has been beating me. I thought I could talk to him and let him change, but I realized that he's not changing. Or my husband has been insulting me, because we said abuse comes in different ways. Some people are mentally ill now because of what their spouse has been telling them. Some people are emotionally abused. Some people are sexually abused. So there are several types of it, and it gets to the head after a while. And before you know it, you see someone that is very confident about herself or himself, all of a sudden doubting themselves. Why? Because somebody has constantly telling them that you cannot make it, you are not important. And what are you doing? And don't you see what you are doing now? You look like somebody that can make it in life. That's why you're always making mistakes. All manner of statements we should not even hear among those that once claimed to love each other. And before you know it, it makes these people the shadow of themselves. And sometimes some ladies stay in marriages like this because they don't have anywhere else to go. I remember one time I was telling my husband that if I go to my mom's house to go and report my husband to them, they'll, no, not report, like if I want to maybe run away or something and I go back to my parents' house, they will pursue me back. And that is just the average Nigerian or African mentality. Even when you have not done it, you already have that notion that, oh, if I go back to my father's house, so they will pursue me back. So some people will now say, what's the use?
Fix yourself.
Yes. Instead of them to step in and you apply wisdom and say, oh, my son, what happened? My daughter, what happened? Oh, yeah, let's talk. And then don't side your daughter alone or don't side your son alone, depending on which of the mother or the uncle that is coming in to help them. And if you know that, oh, this situation is now becoming bigger than what I can do as a mother-in-law or as a father-in-law or even as a spiritual leader, bring in a specialist. Bring in a counselor that doesn't know both of them, that can say, okay, what is the issue? When did it start? What are the traits that you saw? Or what did you do? What did you say? And they can counsel these people individually before they now bring them together and say, oh, I now see that this issue is the problem. Maybe it's the money, maybe it's the children, maybe it's the environment, maybe it's what somebody said. This and this is what people should do, or we suggest you should do. And before you know it, you have a lasting solution. Than when an incomplete person, let me say that, or somebody that is not experienced, or that is even battling with his or her own marriage and has one crazy idea or notion about marriage, steps into a situation and complicates things for couples.
All right, we're gonna put a pause right now, and we're going to just take a little break. And when we come back, we've spoken extensively about women in an abusive marriage. But do you know the interesting part is that we have men in abusive marriages, and it is serious. Like as we were talking, I just saw a picture of a battered man. He was battered by his wife. You know, in Benue, somewhere in Benue State. I just saw it, and there's they're calling for justice. So we're going to talk about this, but let's just take a little break right now. And of course, we're going to rejoin you. Thank you so very much. Boss, in case you're just listening, this is still Love City right here on Boss FM 95.5 Abuja. And of course, we are still talking about issues that concern